Hello everybody and welcome to the Fancy Sip Review. Today on the Fancy Sip Review, I'm going to be trying another beverage in the Monster Coffee lineup. The drink that I'm going to be reviewing today is going to be the Monster Coffee Killer Brew Mean Bean. This drink is obviously named after the Dr. Robotnik Mean Bean machine, in which Dr. Robotnik turned innocent animals into robots that had to be saved by Sonic the Hedgehog. With this line of Killer Brew, there's only two flavors currently out that have 300 milligrams of caffeine. There are other flavors of Monster Coffee, like their Irish cream flavor, but the only two flavors currently out with 300 milligrams of caffeine are the Mocha Loca, which I believe is a chocolate flavor, and this is what I assume is going to be a vanilla flavor. And with my review of the Mocha Loca, I personally thought that of all energy drinks or caffeinated beverages, as it's not really an energy drink, I do think that the 300 milligrams of caffeine in the Killer Brew is probably the easiest way to take down a lot of caffeine. If you're going to be drinking something like G Fuel or a Bang or a Rain, the artificial flavor is kind of sickening and tough to drink really quick. But with the amount of sugar and the amount of sweetener in this drink, I think that the Killer Brew line is probably, again, the easiest way to get a lot of caffeine really quick. Not only that, it also has fat in it, which isn't really the best, but it also has protein in it. So if you're actually planning on going to the gym, this might be the drink for you. Before I review this, let's see what the ingredients in this drink are. I already opened the can on accident. In this one can, you're getting 220 calories, 5 grams of fat, 3 grams of saturated fat. There's 15 milligrams of cholesterol, 440 milligrams of sodium, 36 grams of carbohydrates with 35 grams of sugar with an included 23 grams, 47% of your daily amount. There's 8 grams of protein. There's 25% of your daily calcium, potassium 10%, niacin 240%, phosphorus 15%, 6% of your daily iron, your riboflavin 250%, and your vitamin B6 220%. So you're getting a bunch of vitamins. The ingredients in this drink are brewed coffee made of filtered water and coffee, skim milk, sugar, cream, glucose, taurine, natural flavors, sodium citrate, Panax ginseng flavor, so it's not even Panax ginseng, caffeine, calcium phosphate, ascorbic acid, carnitine, I can't read that, niacinamide, sucralose, caramel color, inositol, L-carnitine, L-tartrate, pyridoxine hydrochloride, which is vitamin B something. This is unreadable. Riboflavin, maltodextrin, microcrystalline cellulose, calcium alga. This is unreadable. Sodium as well. It's the color of white blending on the brown of the can, and me not wearing my glasses. It's pretty tough to read it. But you're getting a lot of stuff that I'll show at the camera in a few minutes. So this is what the can of the new Killer Brew looks like. This drink did come out before in the past, and the can was just brown, and it said 300 caffeine or 300 milligrams of caffeine or something like that. I don't actually remember. But this is the new can. Essentially, it's just a ripoff of Black Rifle coffee. Over here, we have the ingredients that I was relatively able to read. And finally, like every good energy drink has nowadays, here is your infographic if you are too lazy to read the ingredients. The infographic says that the Killer Brew is killer strength of coffee and energy, which coffee is kind of energy, 300 milligrams of caffeine. It has a cool little sticker thing on it now, if it'll pick up. Which doesn't seem like it wants to. Right there under the 300 milligrams is like a sparkly sticker. That's pretty cool. Oh, I think it's a recycling thing. So with all of that out of the way, let's move the sip glass over and let's pour this and let's try this drink out. One thing I'll say before I review this drink is it is kind of funny to be so positive about the Monster Coffee Killer Brew, because essentially I'm just going to be giving a positive review to what is essentially just chalky milk. If you can see the drink, it looks brown. It looks more so again like chocolate milk than it does look like a actual coffee. There's a lot of people that do put creamer and put sugar in their coffee. I usually just drink it black. Not that I'm trying to be a 2011 hipster, but that actually just makes it taste like coffee instead of just tasting like sweetener. But I mean, the way Monster does it, it honestly tastes pretty good. So let's see how this is on the nose. It honestly kind of smells almost identical to the Mocha Loca flavor. This honestly kind of smells more chocolatey than I would expect, as I thought this was going to be more of a vanilla flavor. I don't know why. I think I'm judging it based on the one can being red and this can being blue. But yeah, it maybe it smells like vanilla. I'm smelling more chocolate though. Look at all that froth at the top of this. That's crazy. You're getting a lot of color from this drink. So let's see how this sits in the mouth feel of the review. Is this going to taste like a bitter coffee? Probably not with all the sweetener in it. It's a very, very sweet beverage with only 35 grams of sugar, with an included 23 grams of sugar. I'm honestly surprised at how sweet they're able to make this. I think a lot of the other sweetener comes from that inositol, which is another artificial sweetener. But it's such a tasty drink. I would say I was relatively disappointed when Monster originally discontinued their 300 milligram caffeine drinks, but they brought it back with a ripoff of Black Rifle Coffee's design. And it tastes delicious. This is a very tasty drink. On the mouthfeel, it is just a sweet chocolate milk tasting drink. I don't really know what I would say would be the difference of the Mocha Loca and this flavor. Maybe this flavor is just meant to be a traditional coffee that has sweetener in it, whereas the Mocha Loca is more so a chocolate flavor. It tastes. I mean, it tastes kind of vanilla. Maybe this is supposed to be like a French vanilla flavor. I don't really taste that though. I just taste like a chocolatey beverage from this. If it's meant to be a French vanilla flavor, I don't really taste that much. But it is easily one of the most drinkable energy drinks that I've reviewed on the Fancy Sip review. Again, it's because this is a very caffeinated chocolate milk that this is so drinkable. But honestly, I think that I would even recommend this to people that aren't big fans of coffee. I let one of my friends try this drink, and he said it still tastes like coffee, which I don't know how. It just tastes like sugar and stuff like that. But I think that this is by far the best of the uh, ready to drink coffee beverages that are out there on the market. I think it's strictly just because of how sweet it is and how tasty it is. Monster used to also have a muscle product that had more protein in it, and that didn't sell that well. It would be cool. I don't think it would make the flavor taste better, but if they're already putting protein and fat in these drinks, just put some more protein in it, honestly. Maybe this could be a post workout for people that drink a rain before going to the gym, or a Ghost, or a Celsius. I'm messing all these names up. So yeah, I mean, honestly, if you wanted to, if you put 20 grams of protein or 40 grams of protein, you could start your pre-workout by drinking a Ghost, getting 200 milligrams of caffeine. And then when you get home, you're not ready to go to bed. Just drink another 300 milligram of caffeine Monster drink. That would be pretty interesting. But yeah, in terms of the flavor of this drink, it is delicious. It really doesn't taste very vanilla to me if this is meant to be a French vanilla flavor. But in terms of the drinkability, this is essentially to me just the Mocha Loca without the extra chocolate flavor. I think that this is still just a perfect energy drink. And what will I, the fancy sipper, be giving the Monster Killer Brew Mean Bean? I think I'm going to be giving this another 10 out of 10. I think that everything that Monster does with this line is good. There's only 2 products. If they made a third, they could probably disappoint me. But, I mean, 2 for 2 is really good. That's 100%. Again, I've been the Fancy Sipper. Thank you so much for watching this video, and cheers. Clink.